But our line should hold. And back to 10. Oh, we have a ton of money again. More secret society. Here, we'll just go liberal agitation. That's fine. Alright. Literacy rate's going up. Okay, the poor are starting to get a little bit hurt by these taxes. I'm going to bring their taxes down a scooch. Sometimes they don't get their needs simply because they literally don't have the ability to find the goods. Now, we have a law that is passable here, so we have enough support to change some laws. So 24% of people support the weighted universal, which will give us more immigration as well, immigration attraction. Trade unions could go from illegal to being state-controlled. The thing is, it is actually quite cool to increase immigration support because we want more population overall. I don't know. Which reform should we pass? I'm going to pass reform. Passing trade unions does further increase social reform desire, which would be over here. Voting system, schools, unions. A lot of support for voting. Let's go ahead and improve the voting franchise. Let's try to get the universal vote because, you know, that is not shitty. I mean, a lot of these are not shitty, but we'll get in the voting. Basically, can't get immigration in Europe. Oh, is it mostly immigrating to like colony type stuff? Death to the king. How dare you? But I still don't want to kill 10% of a population type. That seems pretty bad. I don't know. Let's get a railroad in Bruges. And there we go. Actually, railroad construction is done. I mean, we're having to wait for it still. So then at a certain point, I'm like, well, what am I going to do with all this money? I guess I could cut taxes more. The middle class is starting to have a bit of a hard time. Let's drop their taxes. Too bad I can't mouse wheel this. That would be handy. Oh! France removed us from the British sphere of influence and presumably want to add me to theirs. Which is interesting. I mean, I can't ally them. I don't know if they bring me into the sphere. I don't know if that changes the alliance with the UK or anything like that. We can read some newspapers. Yep. This is the latest one. Machine parts have risen steadily. Vaccination. Okay. Election, no real change there. How secret are all these secret societies? We keep hearing about them, right? The end of the revolution. What? Broken, busted, and thrown to the sides lie the barricades. The tricolors have stopped waving from the windowsills. The events that will be recorded by history as the Belgian Liberal Revolution of 1839 are all in the past, and it seems we've managed to weather the storm. There was a revolution? So any province that's not a colonial state, all pops in the percentage of people that support liberal will lose militancy. Percentage of people that support liberal lose consciousness. Liberal agitation will move from Belgium, gain like 16 prestige. Okay. Probably all those farmers, I guess, yeah. Got their tractor protests going on. So you see the same events a lot because they're firing in different states and stuff. Prophylaxis against malaria. Now, the supply limit here could be up to 52, and currently this is using up 33 supply limit for some reason. Should I be building more troops right now? And if so, I don't know what the like army composition meta is in terms of what I should be building. Because yeah, we've got tons of money. could lower taxes, but I'm not going to do that unless I need it, unless the population's actually hurting. Well, it's too early for colonization. Isn't it? I don't think we can colonize right now. Is there a map mode for colonial map mode? Because I don't think we can colonize currently. That is pretty much 4 Inf, 5 Art, 1 Hussar. Because they certainly do different things. And then it may also partially change by era. So I have a Dragoon, a couple of cuirassiers. I have, like, no artillery. So maybe I should just build some infantry, or artillery right now. 415. So it sounds like we could use some artillery, and who doesn't love guns? We'll use that. It's the only one available right now. What I could do is I could increase military spending. Well, we're losing money now. We could increase military spending because it would encourage pops to remain as soldiers, which will give us more manpower as we go. I've been around to all workplaces in the city. Can't seem to get a break, sir. I wonder what to do. I cannot go home. Oh, we could subsidize factories. That's the other thing we could do. Can't go home. Jobs scarce. Creditors inversely plentiful. Many of the poor class are having trouble making their ends meet. And, well, that would be a lot of militancy. They're called poor people for a reason. Oof. Or build local reform support. To become in favor of low subsidies. I do like and. Oh, actually, it's an explosive factory is being built over here. Oh, how is our, hang on. Oh, there we go. 2% of our population are clergymen. So we're basically optimal in clergymen. We could change our focus. It might be worth encouraging people to become craftsmen, because right now we just don't have any craftsmen available for our factories. That's the thing. Like, I could subsidize them so they stay open. In fact, it might be especially important to make sure the steel factory stays open so it can, you know, produce steel for these others. But the other thing is clerks. So, because you actually have some idle craftsmen here. Oh, hold on. I should open a factory here to take advantage of this. How about a cement factory? Because then everything else will... Like, the cement is used for constructing of things, and we can sell it. So I'll subsidize this. That will keep these guys employed. Clerks start to make more efficient factories. And then it also boosts the literacy rate. So I think the thing to do is to clerk it up for these guys. Need some accountants. Because, yeah, the factories, it's craftsmen that got employed there to produce goods, but the clerks increase efficiency of the factories. So they're very valuable. Dye factory is needed. Yeah, because for the clothing, like, either we have to buy dye or we could build our own. How do you make... I know you can't see it, but... How was dye made? Or is it just... I feel like it's an RGO. I can't see the dye. Right here. To produce dye, we can build a dye factory. Okay, no, we can. I can't open my own factories right now with the current laws. It's RGO at first, later it's a factory. Well, see, and that's what I was thinking, TC Man. It's too early for clerks. Because I always thought what you do is you encourage craftsmen until your factories are full of craftsmen. And then you start encouraging clerks to increase the efficiency. That being said, we have very few clerks, and it would be maybe nice for the research boost. Oh, okay. France is doing some stuff. That's fine. Romanticism is done now. When does this kick in? So, how much research can we store up? Can I wait 6 months and then hit idealism? You save a year, year 2, 20k base max. How do we see... Is this going to fill up here? Because what I'm thinking would be really nice, we're going to wait and just save it for idealism. I'm not seeing any... Hover over the magnifying glass. Yeah, so it tells us how much I've accumulated. It doesn't tell me that there's a cap. It doesn't tell me what the cap is. One year of research always. Oh yeah, well, so we should definitely be fine then. I mean, at least the clerks are being employed. I don't know if there's a limit to how many they can have. I thought there was like 10%, 20%. I thought there was some value there. I mean, I'm wrong about how clerks work. That's possible too. We're great power. Of course we are. Romanticism discovered. Now, did it actually flip us in here right now? No. So what's going to happen is the Ottomans have a certain amount of time. Currently, the Ottomans are the 8th great power. They have a certain amount of time before I replace them. No cap number, just a year. Okay. So yeah, it's whatever I'm producing now. We have a year worth, but it still doesn't give us a visual indicator if we're about to fill up. So I just have to make sure that come January 1st, we just start our philosophizing. One click per price. Yeah, I don't know if that's a hard cap or an ideal ratio. That sounds like 20% sounds about right. Maybe it is a hard cap. And then at some point, we'll start to have unemployed clerks. Because right now, we're at, you know, about 10% over there. And they're, yeah, a little under 10%. Sick man of Europe on his deathbed. Yeah, we're back down to 9 over here, so we didn't make a great power. Okay. Finally, we got our elections on January 1st. We're going to pick up idealism to get 50% more research points. And then there's all sorts of shared prestige and things that is available as well. So that's really ideal. So this should go up really fast because we had a bunch of points saved. See, it's just powering through, and then... Yeah, we no longer have anything saved. There you go. Freedom for Poland? What's going on with Poland? Oh, right, it doesn't exist. I guess that would be it. That's what's happening. Future of the economy. All right, economic policy debated in Belgium. Election debates in Belgium have been going on for a few days now, and the issue that seems to be becoming the determinant one for the outcome of the election is, perhaps unsurprisingly, the economy. It's the economy, stupid! Several theories are being advanced, but the voters want a clear statement of government policy. How will the government make sure that every Belgian citizen has a chicken in his pot during the coming term in office? So we can argue in favor of laissez-faire, or all the way to planned economy, or somewhere in between. So this will make more people become into laissez-faire, but the people who are into planned will gain militancy, and vice versa. So, one of the things we could do is we could look at, well, no one cares about laissez-faire, so if I take this one that pisses off the laissez-faire people, it has no impact. It mostly comes down to, do I want capitalists to run the economy for me, or do I want to get involved? And you're sort of determining whether you want an automated economy, like an automated factories, or one that you're really, you know, micromanaging. Planned economy, you can't trust the capitalists. Don't go capitalism road, it leads to revolution! Capitalists are dumb, state capital. Let's go for state capitalism. It's not as hardcore as like a full planned economy, which is sort of the communist route. State capitalism, state's going to be involved in things. This, I think it allows everything. I don't know actually the difference between these. We could take a look over here in terms of... So the Catholic Party is interventionist, which... Is it a lot? Oh, it doesn't actually show me the nose. Does it say, I don't think I can currently build factories. Yeah. It just says all the things I can do. It doesn't. Where does it list the nose for things? Oh, there it is! If I mouse over here. That's weird. Yeah, so the Nationalist Party would let me build factories. And they support state capitalism, so state capitalism is what we're probably looking for. But I'm not going to get too involved with that right now. So we have been running a deficit for a while. We could counter it by raising taxes a little bit. We could bring down some of the other spending, but I don't think I wanna. Now what are you talking about? Trade policy. So our people are massively in favor of free trade, which seems like the thing to do. I'm going to be fine with supporting free trade. I don't think I want to cut admin spending any more than this. And get some crime. I don't think we've been... I think we're still... No. Now, if I improve relations, I think it'll increase the ability for them to sphere. Or it might just be the other way around. It might not actually matter. We're not taxing it to the max because they were having problems getting goods, although that seems to have fixed itself. Let's go back to 100 and then see if they end up falling short. But they were having a hard time getting their life needs. Catholic Party still there. Old coalition of conservatives and reactionaries. Okay. Man seen voting. As John Q. Public walks up to the ballot box, he knows instinctively that he's being watched. By the official presiding the vote, the man watching him put his ballot into the box, by a government agent in the bar behind a cut-hole newspaper. Somehow, somewhere, someone is watching him and feeding the government information about his political opinions, voting preference. John's secret fear is that someone, or some dark night, will come knocking on his door to have a little chat about his loyalties and disloyalties. John Q. Public would very much prefer if he could give his vote in secret. Just because you're paranoid... They're after me. So, this would cause him to lose militancy, but become in favor of secret ballots. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. So our population continues to rise, which is very good. Finances aren't as strong as they were. I think we're probably having some trade issues with it. And we are now subsidizing some factories, which is not cheap. That's probably the reason we're not making money anymore. But I think subsidizing is okay at this point. Secret ballot, what do you have to hide? Explosive factory has now been built. Hopefully they'll actually turn a profit. We'll see. They're after you. I warned you. Capitalism equals revolution. Now they're after you. Oh no! That's still being built. Getting higher level railroads is very, very nice. We might look into that. I'm actually surprised the Netherlands hasn't started a war on us. I'm pretty sure I'm used to them starting that shit like right away. Seize the means of production.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Hey, Plain Coast Hills. We've been waiting long enough. Can you show us your press build of Vicky 4 already? Just straight to Vicky 4. Price 2, considering you're occupying rightful Dutch clay. Hey now! I don't want to hear that, like, swamp German propaganda. Hey, idealism. Done. Research points, plus 50%. And there's a couple of discoveries linked to it as well that could give us some bonus prestige, which is really nice. Speaking of prestige, I mean, we could push a little further and get some more of that, but I think what I'd like to do is go back to the industrial tab over here and get some things that'll help our RGOs. Or we could even get to the point where we could get the tech to allow us to open our own machine parts factory. What do we think about that? To me, I feel like, if I recall correctly, that was a pretty potent thing. Because machine parts are hard to get right now. They're fairly valuable. You can't build it yet. What do you mean? Why couldn't we? Mechanical production leads to precision work, which allows machine parts factory. Is there something else missing? I think this is valid and quite good for us. So I think we'll do this. Nachos! Just upload a new duck picture of ducks in your Discord general chat. Believe these are the same 2 male ducks in the last picture. Man, you got some friends. It's so nice. You feed them? Tunis is pieced out. Let's go to secret ballots. We know, well, not that many people currently support it. But it's the only one that some people at least support. We're gonna go with secret ballots. For John Q. Public. Done. Okay, money's going up again. Still unsphered? Still unsphered. Which has pros and cons. Trade unions equals pop growth. Ooh, does it? Ooh. Really? Does it? Why? Hold on. Why do trade unions lead to pop growth? I mean, it's got the immigration attraction, but people are telling me that's not really something that's terribly influential inside of Europe itself. Oh! But, you're right. Trade unions increases social reform desire, which is over here, which has huge boosts, including, for example, healthcare boost, which leads to population growth bonus. Right. Doesn't mean in a sphere of influence will reduce tariffs with members of the sphere. I actually don't know. Or do sphere members ignore tariffs? Which might be nice. Social reform lowers militancy, that lowers emigration. Oh, we have emigration. Eliminating that would be useful. Yeah. Now, the big colonization push starts in, what, 1870? Hey, prestige. I think. So I think that's like when the scramble for Africa begins. 1880-ish. I think sphere members get priority to goods available. Then that is true, yes. Goods go to the sphere market first, and then any unsold goods then go to the world market. So if we're having a hard time getting any goods, which some of our people might, that could be something. All right, we're going to start pushing up trade unions then, just to try to get some of these social reforms active. And our game as Japan was fun, and it's weird. It's a completely different experience. I like it. Is it always like that? Do all the railroads come out from your capital? It's quite neat. A little spider web of rail. We don't have enough, like, unemployed people for me to, I think, justify subsidizing these guys. It would just take away workers from these other places. Oh, there we go. There's our 1 to 4, our 20% clerks ratio is in place. So we don't have any unemployed clerks, so we can keep pushing clerks for now. It's going to be okay. All roads lead to Brussels. Ooh, liberals are making some big gains. Whether or not that's good for us, I don't know. Rebel factions are organizing. Flemish nationalists are starting to build up. The 0% revolt risk right now. I mean, Belgium is 2 countries in a trench coat, basically. Open up the cloth factory to make big bucks. We don't have a steady supply of dyes, which is, I think, the reason it shut down. But, I don't know. Alright, mechanical production is giving us more factory throughput. So, it's going to produce things faster. I mean, it's going to, consume things faster, but theoretically that's a good thing for us. We could go straight to interchangeable parts, which gives us more throughput. Allows discovery machine tools. Hold on, I'm confused. Oh, there's machine parts and machine tools. What's the difference? Or we could get the next tier of railroads, which might be nice. We'd have to spend money to do it unless we can get the capitalists to do it. Yeah, I'm wondering about the coal and iron, just because it would give us... We produce so much of this. We just start flooding the market with more of it. Oh, machine tools is a buff. Oh, that's right! It's not a good we produce, it just gives us another buff, including mining output, which is pretty sexy, because that applies to all the mines. I think we probably go coal, maybe coal and iron right now. Mechanized slaughtering block, wool production, cattle production. Well, that we do have wool and cattle. So Ghent, I think, has wool. Yeah, and Antwerp has cattle. I mean, our